it's great to have you back. Today we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the groundbreaking... It's great to have you back. Today we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the groundbreaking musical Hamilton. We're thrilled to have Lin-Manuel Miranda join us for today.
He'll be sharing his journey to success and discussing the profound impact he's had on Broadway.
Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.
Welcome.
Go for it. Go for it.
Welcome back. We have Lin-Manuel Miranda here with us today.
Hey everyone, thank you for having me on the show today.
Lin-Manuel, your first Broadway show was In the Heights, which went on to be nominated for 13 Tonys and won 4 of them. Where did you get the idea to write In the Heights?
Well, I studied.
Lin-Manuel, your first Broadway show was In the Heights, which I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Lin-Manuel, your first Broadway show was In the Heights, which went on to be nominated for 13 Tonys and won 4 of them. Where did you get the idea to write In the Heights?
Well, I started writing In the Heights in sophomore year of college. At the time, there were very few characters in my ethnicity that I could play. So I wrote something that brought my culture into it. I also grew up in Washington Heights, where In the Heights is set.
Yes, that is one of the biggest things that people loved about In the Heights, that you wrote about the people of today, when at the time a lot of what was on Broadway was set in the dreamland, futuristic, or in the past.
Something else that drew people's attention to the show was the music. It had a mix of salsa and hip-hop, but also kept that Broadway sound.
Yes, I love the places I grew up in so much that I wrote a whole musical about it.
In the Heights is a musical that put Lin-Manuel Miranda on the map. It helped create a culture movement on Broadway, bringing different styles and improving representation.
Only a few months after In the Heights opened on Broadway, you started writing Hamilton. Where did you get the idea for Hamilton?
I read the story in Ron Chernoff's biography of Alexander Hamilton. It was a book I couldn't put down, and while I was reading it, I started thinking about what the characters would sound like.
Why did you write it with such an emphasis on hip-hop?
If Hamilton's story were an opera, I think it would be a very long day. With rap, you can get double the words. Hamilton was very intelligent. Rap was a way I could show through words Hamilton got to where he was because of his words.
And what were the first steps you took to write Hamilton?
I started by making what I called the Hamilton mixtape. I was on the subway on the way to a friend's house when the idea of a song came to me. Then it took me a year to write My Shot because I wanted to make sure I got it right. It contained the first few songs. I performed some of the songs at the White House at an evening of poetry, music, and spoken word.
The evening of poetry, music, and spoken word at the White House is where The evening of poetry, music, and spoken word at the White House is where the Obamas first saw it. And a lot of people say that the Obama's endorsement was a big factor in Hamilton's eventual success. After that night, there were workshops held. After the workshops, people started talking about Hamilton and were being told to keep an eye out. This is initially where the hype started.
Okay. What happened after that?
Well, I sent the mixtape to Oscar Eustis, the artistic director of the Public Theater. This is where the Hamilton was introduced to the world.
The Public Theater was founded by Joseph Papp, who wanted a place where people of all walks of life, including the lower class, could experience theater. At the time, it was middle class and high class who could truly only experience it. That's why it's called the Public Theater. This has provided a platform for some of the most relevant musicals recently, including Hair, Fun Home, A Chorus Line, and Hamilton.
When did Hamilton open on Broadway?
Hamilton officially opened on Broadway on February 17th, 2015.
Prize and Grammy. Oh wait, that's legend. Hamilton is one of the most diverse cast shows, not only the original cast but all the subsequent ones. It provides a space where anyone can showcase their talent.
Even though Hamilton wasn't the first to bring hip-hop to Broadway, it was the show that made it a mainstay.
Even though hip-hop is what people think of when they hear the name Hamilton, there are many other musical styles represented, like 60s British pop, R&B, and traditional Broadway.
Lin-Manuel Miranda showed you that you did not have to stay within one style.
That's it.
Hamilton went on to win a Pulitzer Prize, 11 Tonys, a Grammy, and an Oliver Award.